Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we've had a lot of requests for hidden gem episodes and to do more hidden gem episodes, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do a quick episode today jumping into what hidden gems we can really find and how I go about doing so. So it's a very, very simple process. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, but let's just go over this, simple process to finding these hidden gems. So we go to coingecko.com. If you haven't been here, it's one of the best sites for finding this kind of information. You go to market cap. So we are sorting by market cap right now. We can just double check that by clicking it, making sure we are. So Bitcoin is number one in the top priority, obviously, with $831 million in the market cap. We actually go down to the very, very bottom of the page. We go to about page 4 or page 5 or whatever, and then we keep going down and continuing to get lower and lower market caps by going to farther and farther pages out. I will say, guys, the easiest way to find, good projects is raising the market cap. Then you'll probably start finding projects with more hope behind them, more potential behind them, and obviously projects that aren't completely dead. The farther you go down, the harder it is to find good projects because the lower the market cap, and obviously the less information that most people know about those coins as well. So that is how you find the very, very low market cap hidden gems, is the farther you go down. So right now we're at about $11 million in the market cap. If we keep going, it is going to get very, very hard to find some of these coins that have actual value behind the coin themselves. But we're going to stop right around this page. Let's see what page we're on. We're at page 14, about this $3 to $4 to $5 million range. So this is where we'll find insane, profits to be made. Obviously, some of these coins have potential to be huge in the future. And the one way I look through these, coins to find out things I want to find, I guess to find things that make me believe that they have potential in the long-term future. There's a couple different things I look at. I look at the 24-hour volume. If it's below a couple $1,000s, I really don't want to invest in that because it's too high of risk. If it's below market cap, obviously lower than this $4 to $5 million range, since that's what I'm looking at right now, that's probably going to be a no for me as well. If I'm looking at the last 7 days price chart and it's just a straight tank, or maybe we just fell off a cliff, that could be a good entry point, because obviously then you're getting a good entry point because you're not at the high value it once was at. But for the most part, you don't want to see anything crazy in the last 7 days on the price chart. You want to see something a little bit more of a stabilization, or maybe a gradual increase at the very least. And those are just a few things I look at when I'm searching through these last, these pages upcoming. And we'll talk a little bit about kind of how to really quickly go through whether or not these coins have price potentials in the future for high dollar values or not, very, very quickly. There's going to be great ways to do so. So let's quickly kind of try to find our first one here. To start out, right now we haven't found anything with a great looking price chart. That's exactly what I'm looking at right now. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this. You could look at the price if you want a low price, which, remember guys, the price really doesn't matter. It's all about the market cap. But if you want a low price value, or if you want the 1 hour, 24 hour, or 7 days to be either positive or negative, it's all up to you and your preferences. But I like to look at the last 7 days of the price chart and see if I can find one that gives me a good entry point and maybe something with potential. So this one has a very low 24-hour volume, about $1,000, $1,834, as I can't talk, but about a $4.4 million market cap. But I do see, we've dropped recently in the last 7 days quite a lot, and now we're having a good stabilization, maybe a good entry point for Veil or Veal. So let's take a look at this coin and see what it's all about. If we jump into it, we do see in the last 24 hours about a 1% increase. So the quickest way to find out if this project is dead or not is to go straight over to their Twitter. So it's going to have the community pages right here, including Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and Discord, as well as whatever else they have. So we're going to do it very quickly by just going to Twitter and see when the last time they tweeted was. So 12 hours ago they tweeted. That's actually a very, very good thing for us. Obviously, it looks like they have an update for May 16th. It looks like that was obviously yesterday. So it's great to see that they are, still working on this project. It's not a dead project. If you see tweets from, just a couple months ago as the most recent, I would stay away from that project, as you don't know how hard they're working in that project at the point in time. So, this is a great time to look for hidden gems, as we see BTC and ETH dominance continuing to decrease. We see, smaller coins really taking off. There's a lot of coins that are really, really small right now. Obviously, meme coins are doing very, very well, but there's coins that actually have real world value as well that will continue to see very low price points right now, and we'll see insane increases when we get back to use cases and utility. So it's a great time to start looking for hidden gems. If we take a look at the last 30 days, we do see we had a price point at one point. If we actually just go over here to the right side, you can see the all-time high, about 51 cents, and that was about 2 years ago. We saw a 90% decrease since then. And then you can see, really realistically, we have a very, very all-time low about a month ago of, that 0.00009990. So a massive decrease there. I do think there's a lot of potential behind, the graph itself, but we're going to take a look at some of the exchanges that list it. So right now we have no great exchanges that list it. So nothing like KuCoin, Binance, or maybe Coinbase, or, Uniswap, or obviously PancakeSwap. Any of those would be great choices. We don't see any of that listed here. We see Trade Ogre and we see CR or CREX 24. So nothing special there. So we're going to say, it's not a great look already. There's a couple different things that I would do personally. So when I see something like that and I notice, oh, I don't have these exchanges, let's say I don't have Trade Ogre and I don't have CREX 24. Why would I continue to look into it? And most of the time, I don't continue to look into it because I want to see what this project's about and give you guys kind of a rundown of really what to look for when kind of diving into hidden gems. We're going to jump into Veil. So veilproject.com. It's actually veil-project.com if you want to actually take a look yourself. It talks about privacy without compromise. So Veil is creating an encrypted equivalent of the cash economy, where privacy is the most convenient choice. Learn more, download the wallet, and join the journey. So this actually sounds pretty good. And they talk about the digital alternative to cash, privacy by default, user focused, self-sustaining, incentivized participation, fair launch, and future safe. So there's a lot here that I actually kind of like. And we go through the roadmap. The roadmap looks fairly good as well. They have a hardware wallet support coming with supersonic protocol audits. So I do like the look of, Veil Project so far for the price point that it's at in the low 24-hour volume. This is actually a project that does have some potential in the near future. With something like this, I wouldn't sign up for, unfortunately, an exchange that isn't well known, just because there's not much, there's not many people that use, in my opinion, Trade Ogre or CREX 24. If you guys do, or if you have those exchanges, that's perfectly fine to invest in something like this if you want to look more into it. But I was going to give you guys now just a brief understanding of what to look for when diving into it. So we have obviously the Veil_project here. We jump into some of these, social media links. It's great to see how active people are in these links and just talk to them about the project itself if you don't want to deep dive and do research yourself, which remember guys, you should always do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. So a very quick way to do so is you can go to the news, see if there's any big recent news. So May 12th, they had, Veil Core Mandatory Wallet Update v1.2.1 is now available. So it is strongly recommended to update to this mandatory wallet version ASAP. So this is big news, obviously having a new update coming out. I wouldn't say this is just obviously an obvious buy or anything. I don't think this is an obvious hidden gem. Sometimes you will see obvious hidden gems, and those are the best of the best because you're getting in at a price that will at least hold itself, and you'll probably gain profits very, very quickly on some. This is not one of those projects. This one's looking fairly good, but like I said, it's not on a great exchanges. There's recent tweets, which is great, but if you take a look at if you go to their if we go to their let's go to their Twitter again. I think that's what I was trying to look for. So their Twitter, 2,471 followers, not a huge following yet, so you are getting in early enough. Their tweets don't have much interaction at all. If you take a look, they have, one like, one retweet on their huge, update reminder. So that's not a great sign right there. It's some of this stuff, you are getting in early enough, so that's probably why you're continuing to see low engagement on these tweets. But for the most part, this isn't an automatic. This is definitely a higher risk, higher reward type project. Obviously, very, very low market cap on this Veil project, being around 4.4 million. We could continue to see some growth. It's not going to be an absolute banger, in my opinion. It's not going to be one of those that everyone wants to talk about. It's not going to be a gem that everybody wants to invest in, but it's definitely a project that is worth looking into, or maybe following on Twitter and just seeing if they maybe list it on a real exchange to take advantage of that and see if it's something you want to jump into at that time. So let's take a look at one more. We're going to do, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a quick hidden gem episode today. We're going to be really talking about how I really go through and look through more than, actually going through how I, really going through myself and looking for a hidden gem myself. But we're going to look at one more. Maybe we'll find one that looks good. Looking at the price charts on the right is definitely something I like to do. Like I said, so TRTT, let's see what this one's all about, because this price chart actually had a decent, interesting kind of look to it. We saw a massive increase overall. If we look at the max, we can see it actually did well in 2018, came down, and then it did very well again and then tanked right back down. So we're seeing a good entry point, and if we could see another big climb like this, we'd see great profits. It doesn't have to be necessarily a a coin that stays up there for that long, as it's a coin that continues to go up, down, up, down, up, down. So we do see a $30,000 24-hour trading volume, which is actually fairly decent for something with that that $4 million market cap. So the first thing, like I said, guys, the first thing to check is the Twitter. Make sure they are on Twitter. They have recent tweets. So already a step in the wrong direction. December 22nd is their last tweet. So right then and there, I get the heck out of here and we go back and start searching again. Next thing we want to take a look at, let's see here. So MAMC, this has an interesting price. So we're at $14. Market cap right around $4 million, and then that 24-hour trading volume is actually fairly high at $664,000. So this is something where we would want to go to a 30-hour period, look kind of at the 30-hour or not 30-hour, 30-day, or even the 90-day, and take a look at what we see. Actually, I'm going to zoom all the way out and let's go to the max, and this is exactly what we see. So actually some fairly good increases, then we saw decreases and dips, and now we're back to kind of that previous all-time high area. I do think this is actually a decent coin to look into. It is just on TerraSwap, it looks like, so not a great, and I'm not even sure it's on TerraSwap. It does look like it's on TerraSwap, but it doesn't look like it has great exchanges listed, so I'd have to look more into that. But let's check their Twitter. We do see Mirror Protocol having some retweets recently. 14 hours ago, they did have a tweet, so there is still stuff going on. It's definitely something to look into. Let's take a look at the actual website now and see what the coin does. Remember, guys, the importance of the utility and use cases of the coin is very, very important. Mirror.finance. The website UI actually looks decent. That's always a positive. Obviously, they talk about how it all works. Trade Now, Mirror Wallet, TerraSwap, Mirror Web app, and then METH. So we actually see a lot going on right now. I do like what I'm seeing here. It's a very, very simple website, very simple design. I do think something like this could actually be fairly good. Mirrored AMC and entertainment, we will actually continue to keep an eye on that. That's something that I would say, deserves a follow on Twitter at the very least, so you can always check back up on these. And it would be a good idea to maybe make an account on CoinGecko or wherever you want to make an account, and actually, favorite some of these coins that you want to take a look at later in time and see if they have new exchanges or any new information that may want you to pull the trigger on them. So that's just a quick overview of how I really go about finding my hidden gems. I just wanted to give you guys a brief kind of understanding, and I found a lot of hidden gems. One of those, KuRobo, is actually one we did a sponsored video on. I'll kind of bring that one up here for you guys because KuRobo had a big recent announcement. I thought it might come up with just K, but let's type it in. KuRobo went to about 12.4 cents. So we're actually seeing this one. And I actually mentioned this to all of my people on Discord. So if you guys aren't in Discord, make sure to join the Discord link in the description below. For silver and gold members, I actually let them know at, if you were a silver member, I let you guys know at 5 cents, and I think if you were a gold member, I let you guys know about 6 or 7 cents about KuRobo being, a big coin worth a lot of money potentially. So we saw it go, I think it was on the way up. So we saw it here, at 0.014, and we saw it continue to climb. So we saw it around 3 to 4 cents, 5, 6 cents, and we saw it go all the way up to, I think it was about, so 14.6 cents basically. Just a massive climb, an all-time high that really pushed a lot of people's profits up. So I did have some silver members and gold members take advantage of it and make some good money. So we do try to give you guys those calls if you are silver or gold members. I try to give you those calls as quickly as I find them, and it does help that I'm able to talk with sponsors and really kind of get the over-under on some of these coins. So another one that I looked at recently, and I don't think I've actually, so you guys will be the first ones to know about this because I don't think I told anybody else besides silver and gold members. So if you aren't a silver or gold member, you're hearing about it now for the first time. They have some CEX listings. So Tencent has some CEX listings coming, specifically 3 CEX listings. So I've talked about this. It's going to have maybe a 2 to 3x. And it's funny, I actually talked about this, I believe, when it was below $3. So we're already seeing $3.80. So we're seeing great increases for these people that bought in when I've told them to. It's just another, hidden gem out there that I do think is going to do very, very well. Like I said, CEX listings are coming, about 3 CEX listings specifically is what I was been told. So it's just great information if you are a silver or gold member and you want to take advantage of that. I try to give you guys these kind of updates and information as quickly as possible, but it is hard to find all of this kind of backdoor information that not too many people know about. So I think 10 set is going to continue to increase, probably $6 to $8 at the very, very least by the end of May or even June. We will see about a $6 to $8 10 set for, in my opinion, I guess, with those CEX listings. They are major CEX listings. I don't know exactly which ones they are. Just got the information and wanted to share it with you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry about this little extra part at the end here. I know this has really nothing to do with, finding hidden gems, but wanted to give you guys kind of an understanding of what, crypto, silver, and gold memberships really get on the Discord channel. I try to give them as much value as possible out of it. Obviously, I only try to give them good information, so they only get, maybe 1 to 2 big pieces of possibilities, every week or so. So it does have good calls when I give the calls, but there's just not as many calls as probably people would like. So just remember, guys, if you can double your money very quickly on stuff like 10 set or Kurobo, those doubling your money, you could easily make back the membership very, very quickly. Obviously, we're not always going to have perfect calls or anything, and I'm not a financial advisor, but definitely some good calls on the crypto silver and crypto gold membership. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to quickly at least subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I really do appreciate you guys stepping in and talking about how to find really hidden gems on all these crypto coins that are out there. Over 7,326 coins listed on CoinGecko currently. So just an insane amount of coins out there to look and really search through. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys all in the next one.